Well, hello and welcome to At Home today. We're so glad you dropped in. We're just having a nice day. We're just taking it easy today. We're going to do a really nice meal for the family for tonight. I'm going to show you how to make rosemary chicken. And a friend of mine, we made this dish for about 1,000 people. So if we can make it for 1,000 and survive, you can make it for 4 or 6. It's very easy and it's very tasty, and some other accompanying dishes. Chicken rosemary tonight. I've been thinking today about prayer. Prayer is probably the most powerful force in all of the world. And yet there's some people that never stop or pause in their day or even in their lives to utter a prayer to God. They talk to everybody else. They'll be on the phone. Been through the local supermarket lately? Everybody's on a cell phone. They can't go out the door without, they're backing out of the garage and they got the phone up to their ear. They're talking to somebody. Everybody talks to everybody. So everybody's got a cell phone. People are shopping and they're on the phones. And, do I get this? But nobody wants to stop and take time and talk to God, the Heavenly Father. You say, Arlene, well, I don't know how to pray. Well, you know what? The Bible tells us. He gives us a pattern. It's called the Lord's Prayer. If you haven't made prayer a vital part of your day, could I ask you just to stop? And today, all prayer is communication. If you can talk to someone else, you can talk to God. He doesn't give you a grade on if it's beautiful, if it's flowery, if it moves you. No, all he wants is sincerity from your heart. When you say, Dear God, I love you and I thank you for this day, for helping me today. That's all he wants. Could I make a suggestion? Spend some time today in prayer. You'll feel so good that you did. Well, I'll feel good if you'll stay with us because we're going to take our hint and then we're coming back to start rosemary chicken. We'll be right back. Here's today's at-home hint. Chicken, because of its short-fibered meat, is easily digested and is recommended for all age groups. It is also excellent for Weight Watchers as it's very low in fat and calories compared with other meats.
For updates, pictures, stories, and more, like us on Facebook. To watch hundreds of classic episodes, subscribe to us on YouTube. And to get hundreds of free recipes, visit ctvn.org/athome.
We're starting the first recipe today, and it's called Ron's Rosemary Chicken. And if you've never used fresh rosemary, they come in these little plastic boxes at the supermarket. And rosemary almost looks like pine. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's like prickly almost. And this is a little short branch of it. And it is very pungent. Has a unique, strong odor that's wonderful. As soon as you start to deal with it, you know, wow, is this strong. And what you do, and we've already done this because this recipe, I think, demands a lot of it, and it tastes good. You can use the dried too. You use a lot less. But the way you take these needles off, because you don't want to put the whole stem, you just take it, grab it at the top. This is the root end, this is the top end, and you just start to pull down. And see, they'll all come off in your hand. Very simple, very easy to do. You have it, just like that. And then I break off the top and throw it in too. Now, so, you always go fresh better than the dried, so you want to keep that in mind. And that's being more and more easy to get. Used to be, it was hard to find that stuff, but they're making it more available. All right, we have rosemary, we have some onion, salt and pepper, some seasoned salt, butter, garlic, and then a variety of chicken. Now, I don't care too much for legs and thighs until I ate this recipe, and this recipe made me a lover of the legs and thighs when it's done like this. You can also do it with the chicken breast, which we have here. So we have some of each. All right, the first thing we're going to do, and put that in, you want to make sure you use a cookie sheet that has edges to it, okay? Now we have a large onion that we've separated into rings. All you're going to do is put these onion rings all over the chicken like this. Now this is an Italian recipe given to me by Ron Malamazuro, who is the principal at the Non-Traditional Grace Academy, one of the branches of the ministry from our church, and for years was the principal of Greater Works Outreach Academy, our church, and he made this for our seminar one year. Oh man, people were talking about it. So this is his recipe, and I happened to be there, And I said, man, Ron, that stuff is just incredible. He said, hey, we used to make this. My Aunt Nellie used to, she's telling me all about it. And it's so easy. I thought, why not? Let's make it on the show. Because I know we're always looking for ways to make chicken. Chicken's one of those, there's never enough ways. And you think, oh, I'm tired of chicken. And you say, I'm not going to eat it anymore. And then pretty soon you're looking for another recipe. How can I make it different? So you put a lot of onion on there because onion's good and it cooks up. There we go. Okay, so that's the onion. Next we have some seasoned salt. That would be this one. And you want to sprinkle it liberally with seasoned salt. Okay? All over, just like that. Now remember, this is going to add some of the flavorings to it. Okay? And you can either that or the Italian seasoning. You can use either one of them. So you just all over. Now you want to make, if you're getting chicken breasts to do this with, you want to make sure that they're all basically the same size because, there's nothing worse than having a large breast that takes longer to cook than a smaller one. Like I said, this is liberally here. And then you have one that's too dry and the other one's just right. So if you get them all the same size approximately, they all get done at the same time. All right, then we're going to do some garlic and some fresh parsley. Parsley that we've snipped. It's a lot. I want about a half a cup of that. A little bit back. And I have fresh minced garlic. Yummo. Okay, we're going to put that in with our parsley. Mix that around in there. And I'm going to put some salt. We already have some in there, so we don't want to do too much. And some pepper. If you like it hot, go for it. You want to do cayenne? Go for it. It's up to you. And then we're just going to mix this around a little bit. Because what's nice, that garlic's going to get on that parsley. You're going to taste it. And I don't want to put the garlic directly on the chicken because I don't want it to be that strong on there. But I want that taste, that hint of that garlic flavor to be there. Okay? All right, now we're going to sprinkle this all over our chicken. Pretty colors too with this, which I like a lot. Make sure you get it on there. It has to be on there. It doesn't do its job. And I tell you, I have to have the white meat. I don't like dark meat. And Paul always liked the dark meat, which is really nice for us when we would have turkey or chicken or anything because I'd do the white meat and he'd do the dark meat. But now, I'm like, you mind if I have one of those thighs? He's like, does that mean I have to eat the breast? Yes, because we're trading off here a little bit. All right. Last but not least, we're going to do our rosemary. Like I said, if you're using dried, you'd probably use altogether about a tablespoon. And you want to crush it and break it up to let the flavor out. But this is fresh that we've taken out, and we just sprinkle that over top. Lots of greens in this, which is good. One package would well be enough for this. And you'd probably have enough and you can throw them in the freezer and you can freeze the leftovers that you don't use. All right? I know I said last but not least, and there is one more thing. And this makes it all worthwhile. I mean, this will add that delicious butter flavor. Oh, crisps it up. Yummo, yummo. Just chunks of butter that cooks all these seasonings down into your chicken and makes it delicious. Just incredibly delicious. You're going to put this in a 375-degree oven. And depending on the size of your pieces of chicken, you're going to probably cook it for about an hour, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. But you just put a couple of chunks, like we've done here, on the chicken. And I tell you, this is going to be something that your family is thoroughly going to enjoy. I'm going to take a break, pop these in the oven. When we come back, I'm going to show you a delicious casserole with broccoli to go with our chicken. We'll be right back.
If you love At Home with Arlene Williams, then subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have hundreds of episodes with all your favorite recipes, holidays, and friends.
Say hi to your fan club.
Hi, fan club.
And don't forget to click the bell so you'll never miss another episode of At Home.
Well, our Ron's Rosemary chicken's in the oven baking. Again, that's for 45 minutes to an hour. If you use a convection oven, it might be adjust your time accordingly. But that's a really good recipe. It gets nice and brown, and the flavor is delicious. You'll love it. Okay, I thought I like chicken and I like broccoli. I like those combinations together. I just think that's a nice touch with some cheese. So I thought, let's do a casserole. And what we've done is taken 1 stick of butter and put it in a 13 by 9 glass baking dish and put it in the oven, a hot oven at 350, and allowed it to melt. That's where we are here. Now, we have 2 boxes of chopped broccoli, frozen. And all we did was have some boiling water on and just drop this in the boiling water until it thaws quickly. Bring it out. We didn't let it cook or anything, but just bring it out so that it separates and you have it, because it's going to cook in the oven anyway. All right, so I'll use this one here. No, whoops. We're just going to spoon this in the bottom of this dish. Make sure it goes evenly all over the dish. Put that there, just like that. Covers it nicely. You know, anytime you can get the veggies in the family, the kids, and even in the adults in your family, it's always a good thing. So we try to camouflage it with other things, I know. But sometimes I think we succeed, and sometimes I'm not too sure. Okay? But evenly, and you could do this with the spears if you wanted to, you know, with that, if you don't like the chopped. It's just nicer to serve it when you have it chopped like that. Now, in this little saucepan, I'm going to add 1 can of evaporated milk, a 12-ounce can, like that. Turn that on. And this doesn't have to boil, but it has to get hot. Because when you add anything like that to something that you're going to put in the oven, if you start it out hot, then it gets a quicker start in the oven. You don't have to bring it from cold to warm to warm to warm to where you want it to boil and cook. That makes it easier. So anytime you can do that, you know, just think about that. Boy, I'd need to make that a little hot before I add it to the rest of the ingredients. And this is a can of cream of mushroom soup. And that's just going to go in there. You could use cream of chicken. I kind of think those two are almost interchangeable. Some families don't like cream of mushroom. Their kids don't like mushroom. So I always say, well, go for the chicken. Why not? These are just simple, easy to do, and yet delicious, you know? I talked to you in the beginning about prayer. I can't tell you how much time I've spent in prayer, particularly in the last year of my life. And all of my life, really, because as a child, one of the first things I can remember was being taught how to pray. And that would be on those Saturday mornings when my dad, my mother, my 2 brothers, myself, would be sitting around the breakfast table, because that was the only day we could have breakfast together. And after breakfast was over, we'd get our Bibles, and my brothers had their Bibles, and I wasn't even old enough to read. I wasn't even in school, probably 3 or 4, but I can remember it. And my brothers would, you know, they always put on a show because they were wild and woolly. And they'd get their Bibles. I finally had this little New Testament, and my dad would teach us how to pray by example, and then say, okay, Ron, I want you to pray, or Bob, I want you to pray. And I remember when it was my turn, and it's a little scary at first, but you know what? It's not something that has to sound beautiful. Prayer is conversation. Every time you talk to somebody, is it something you want written down so everybody can read it? I don't think so. You can say anything in the world to God. He's never going to be embarrassed. He'll never be shocked because he already knows about it. So there's a lot of meals I've prepared that I've prayed over. And I don't mean at the table either. I mean making them say, oh, God, help me with this mess. It's not going to look right. It's not going to taste good. But it always does. All right. While we're waiting for that to come up and get hot, we're going to take some American cheese. And this is sliced. You could use Velveeta. We're just going to put that over top of the broccoli. You can have it, if you like it thicker, you can put a couple of slices. Or if you don't want that much, just, you know, get a thin slice thinly, and whatever your taste is. Remember, you don't have to make it a certain way because I'm making it that way. Use the ingredients, but customize them for your own. All right. I think that one's just about ready. Now, the next thing we're going to put on top of this is one box, which is a bag, of stovetop stuffing mix. And we're just going to sprinkle this right on top of the cheese. Just like that. That's got seasoning in it. That's got flavoring in it. That too is going to add a dimension of flavor. Spread it around evenly, just like that. Push it down, and then, before this comes to a boil, we're going to pour this directly over. Have your oven good and hot at 350, and just pour like so. That's going to go down through, melt that cheese, hit that broccoli. Oh boy, going to be good. What do you think, Dale?
That's good.
Nice for Dale to be here with us. Haven't been here for a while. He's taken a step up. He doesn't come and help us anymore. He's like one of those upper, Happy for his promotion, but we miss him here because he was with us for years. He opened many a can that they booby-trapped for me. If any of you folks remember, he was always the guy who would say, Dale! He always came to my rescue. It's good to have you here. All right, this goes into the oven. Clean up your dish a little bit so it doesn't bake with all the places where you missed. We're going to put this one in the 350 degrees. Make it nice. There we go. Beautiful. That's going to do about 30, 35 minutes, okay? Now, the last quickie I want to show you is a dessert that you can make, and you know what, you can have it anytime. It can be a snack, it can be a dessert. You can make it like really fancy or just something the kids can snack on after school. And all it is putting everything together. We have a large vanilla yogurt. Okay. And we're just going to, see, that's the clean one. Okay. And we're going to put it in a big bowl. Like that. Next is cottage cheese, 12-ounce container. Put that in. This is refreshing. This would be great in the summertime, anytime. You're just looking for something a little different. All right. 1 can of crushed pineapple in its own juices. This makes a lot. You probably could cut this in half, I would imagine. Just cut your portions all down as close to half as you could get them. Okay, so there's the pineapple. Now, 2 boxes of pistachio instant pudding. Just pile it in there. There's 1. There's 2. Mix it all up. Leave it in this bowl and refrigerate it until it's chilled well. A couple of hours. Nice to make it the night before. And then, when it's time, it'll gel up. Nothing else to it. And it will gel up, and it's a wonderful little dish of pudding, pistachio. It's called quick dessert, and it really is quick. When we come back, we're going to be in the dining room, and I'm going to be serving up the chicken, the broccoli, and the quick dessert. Come back real quick now, okay? Stay tuned.
To get all the recipes from today's show, plus hundreds of others, just click the link in the video description or visit our website, ctvn.org/at-home.
Well, we're here at the table. Isn't it festive when you look at all the colors here today? Just beautiful. In the front is Ron's Rosemary chicken. And everybody, the smell here is just unbelievable because when that heat hits the rosemary and the delicious aroma of the rosemary and the parsley together and add butter, hello, what else could you want? Oh, man. Next to it is our broccoli and cheese casserole. This is really quite a tasty treat. You see it's got cheese in there, and look how moist that is. Look, I'm just going to turn it over so you can see. Very moist, very delicious, and a really, really nice accompaniment to go with that chicken. You don't have to worry about a gravy. You don't have to worry about a sauce. It's all right there, okay? And what we've added to it was, how about it, instead of getting a big bag of lettuce or have to make a tossed salad, how about just a nice wedge of lettuce that we've added a couple slices of tomato and a bit of dressing on, and you have a nice accompanying salad to go with these 2 courses of your dinner. And then our quick dessert, here it is. We just added some maraschino cherries, little sprig of mint, or a few chopped pistachios on top. would really, really finish it off. We did the cherries. We thought that would be festive and nice color. You could add a little dinner roll to this, fresh pot of coffee. All you would need is the seats around your table filled with wonderful friends just like you. We wish you could be here with us. You know, we never, ever, ever get tired of saying we wish you were here because you are part of our family. And it wouldn't be the same without you because if you're not there, it's not the same. So I wish that you would remember to stop and pray today. And above all else, be sure to join us the next time because it just wouldn't be the same without you here at home. We'll see you then.
Furnishings provided by Levin Furniture, featuring Lane's Country Living Collection. Food provided by Jordan Banana Company, wholesalers of fresh fruit and vegetables in Trevosburg, Pennsylvania.
Don't forget to click the subscribe button so you'll never miss another episode of At Home. Thank you for watching.
Cornerstone Television wishes to thank all our faithful viewers whose consistent prayers and financial support have made this program possible.